Assalamualaikum and good morning. We are from Group Pluto and we are going to present our project management executive summary. The spread of the coronavirus disease in March 2020 had caused the Ministry of Education of Malaysia announced for online teaching and learning among teachers and students at all levels. In Malaysia, most of the secondary schools teachers are having difficulties in conducting online teaching and learning due to lack of knowledge and information technology skills. Besides, the insufficiency of utilities and expertise that provided by the school are also one of the problems that are faced by the teachers. Therefore, the Pluto Solutions, an organization that awarded with a huge amount of money by KPM, will provide solutions to improve the inadequacy for 100 secondary school teachers in Kota Kedondong. Pluto Solutions will provide Google Apps training for 100 secondary school teachers, which involve Google Classroom, Google Docs, and Google Form. We also provide alternative solutions, such as preserve the use of Google Apps, purchase new software a full license package, such as Microsoft 365, and build custom software application for online teaching and learning. Next is brief introduction. Google Apps are widely used to conduct the online teaching and learning due to its familiarity in Malaysia. It is free, easy to use, school-friendly, and a secure foundation for digital learning. Google Apps offers many applications for education, such as Google Form, Google Meet, and Google Slide. Google Apps mostly compatible to any technology. It is accessible anytime, anywhere with internet connection. Google Apps also make it easier to communicate with each other and convenient for teachers and students to learn together from different locations. The main purpose of this project is to train the teachers to use available Google Apps for teaching and learning. It is 6 months of training course that involve Google Classroom, Google Docs, and Google Form. For any inconvenience causes, there are 3 alternative solutions with clear explanation of recommendation are provided by Pluto Solution.
Scope, scheduling, staffing, and costs. Our team will try to understand and agree to work that are qualified and capable of doing. Team organization Pluto. Hamdan is project manager. The skill he has is excellent in leadership skill and responsibility on managing team member and reviewing documentation. Fatin the Azzirah is planning manager. The skill she has is ability to work on several projects and responsibility on manage complex planning projects. Sharifah Amiza is IT support manager. The skill she has is ability to identify issues in IT and responsibility on managing hardware and software. Noor Nabilah is finance manager. The skill she has is excellent in negotiation skill and responsibility on identify for opportunity for cost reduction. And lastly, Sharifah Anira is data manager. The skill she has is strong computer skill and software and responsibility on formulate technique for quality data collection. Our team will be honest and realistic in planning and reporting for job, scope, scheduling, staffing, and costs. Our team will try to understand and agree to work that are qualified and capable of doing. For a brief summary, in challenge statement, the use of Google Classroom, Google Doc, and Google Form in teaching and learning is highly encouraged among secondary school teachers. In problem statement, most secondary school teachers have moderate level of technology skill, with the result that they are not interested in using such application in their learning. In opportunity statement, our organization provide Google App training to 100 secondary school teachers to use the available Google App in their teaching and learning. This is our team learning record. We focus on what we know as fact, what we think we know as assumption, and what we don't know as question to be answered. We focus on whether teachers have knowledge using Google App, struggle using Google App, use older version of computer or laptop, Google App training provided by school administration, and expertise among secondary school teachers in Google App. This is our action plan. We divide the tasks among our team members that need to be done by the given day. Hamdan and Anira need to collect and understand about the data from past and current knowledge in technology, especially Google Apps, by Tuesday. Azzirah will provide a detailed description from the data given by Wednesday, while Aishah and Amiza need to research average Google App usage among secondary school teachers for their education by Thursday.
Let's take a look at project description. most of the secondary schools teachers having a difficulties using the Google applications. Research show most of the older people are resistant to use digital technology. Therefore, with the award given by KPM, we conduct this project to help this teacher. In order to manage this project, we create a project charter, develop a learning cycle, develop an action plan, create a business case and MOV, and lastly, we provided different alternatives. Next is the project objective. Firstly is to provide better understanding to the secondary school's teacher. Secondly, to enhance the teacher's performance in information technology. Thirdly, to develop a low-cost business plan and focus on the time efficiency. And lastly, to give experience to our organization staff handling a project. Measurable organization value. There are 5 desired areas of impact. Firstly is desired area of impact for customer. We want to provide more ways of learning to the teachers as they can also explore more applications and gain new knowledge from this training. Secondly, under the desired area of impact for strategy, we want to finish our project within 6 months with expected result as to increase the customer satisfaction. Thirdly, financial. We want to reduce cost of the training due to small organizations and amount of teachers. Fourthly, under the operational area, we want to develop more methods of training for future reference as to complete this training in high efficiency of time. And lastly, under the social areas, we want to improve business plan to be more friendly environment and increase the reputation of our organization. Next is the desired value of IT project. There are 4 of it. Firstly is we want to train teachers become better and produce more skill using Google application to teach their students. Secondly, we want teachers to be faster at using this application as it may ease their work in the future. Thirdly, using the Google applications may save costs in teaching and learning. Lastly, we want the teachers to do more in using applications whether in teaching, learning or in many other environments. When developed this MOV, we have set the appropriate metrics which are 90% of the teachers will be able to complete this training consistently. In the time frame of 6 months, there are 3 Google apps that will be used in this training, which each application will take 2 of the 6 months respectively. In the summary, this project will be successful if 90% of the teachers presented in the training and able to apply the knowledge outside the training session.
Okay, for the alternative, we have 3 alternatives, which is alternative 1, maintain using the Google apps. Alternative 2, purchase software, which is Microsoft 365. For alternative 3, custom build on software application. For alternative 1, the total cost is 21,100 ringgit. The benefit is we save client money, easy to handle the application, and the third is safe in terms of security. For the alternative 2, the total cost is 37,600 ringgit. The benefit is save time, there are no need to fix the bug, and third is the client easy to use the application. For the alternative 3, the total cost is 55,900 ringgit. The benefit from that, we able to customize the software according the customer need, able to have our own intellectual property, and third is able to increase with client. From the 3 alternatives that have been listed, we are recommend to use the first alternative, which is to maintain using the Google apps. The reason is because it was safe and easy to use, and we can save our client money. For the resource, we have 4 type of resource. First is people resource. First people resource is Hamdan Sapri as the project manager. Second, Fatin Azzirah Binti Ismail as planning manager. Third, Sharifah Amiza Binti Wahab as IT support manager. Fourth, Noor Aishah Nabilah Binti Shahrani as finance manager. And lastly, Sharifah Anira Binti Wahab as the data manager. For the technology resource, we have 6 type of technology resource, which is Google Classroom, Google Docs, Google Form, computers or laptop, LCD projector, and screen projector. Okay, for the facilities, we have condom halls and Wi-Fi. And for the others resource, we just need a training resource.
As shown in the slide, There are 5 phases that we have analyzed in this project. Firstly is initialize. We do business case in this phase. Second phase is project charter and plan. We do project charter and project plan under this phase. The third one is execute and control phase. In this phase, we do analysis, design, testing, and implementation. The next phase is close project. Under this phase, we do project report and project objective evaluations. The last phase is evaluate the project success by do the project performance and scope verification. In this project system, we have 2 actors which are teacher and project team for the use case diagram. There is one use case that the teacher and project team share, which they both can access Google applications. For the teacher's use case, they can attend training, obtain module 1, 2, and 3, and lastly, completing the training. While for the project team, they can obtain teacher information, manage the teachers, create schedule, provide training venue, assist teacher in training, evaluate the training, and lastly, generate report.
This is our cost resources. We divide the cost among resources depend on their type, which is work, software, material, and cost base. Computers or laptop has the highest cost, which is 14,200 ringgit. This is our task linking and Gantt chart. We use start to start and finish to finish method. In start to start, 2 tasks need to start at the same time, while finish to finish, 2 tasks need to finish at the same time. We link, review test plan, and carry out test plan tasks by using start to start method. We link design training material and choose material for training tutorial, demonstration, and other material using finish to finish method. We distribute these tasks among our members, and these tasks need to finish by the given date. Beginning and end dates. For our project, the beginning date is 15 October 2021 and the ending date is 20 July 2022. The duration of our project is 207 days. Critical path. Our project consists of a single critical path starting from initialize and conceptualize until evaluation project success. This is because critical path very useful in managing the project and help to determine the most important tasks. The critical path for the entire duration of our project is 207 days. Over-allocated resource. In our project, there is no over-allocated resource because each member is assigned suitable amount of work within available time schedule. Original schedule and revised schedule. This is original schedule. This is revised schedule. Total duration for original schedule is 207 days. After reduce 10% at client request, the total duration for revised schedule is 186 days.
The first phase is inability to define the project scopes, MOV, and areas of impact in clear understanding. The owner assigned to this risk is Sharifah Anira, our data manager. To manage this risk, she will make a meeting with the project team member and teacher representative to clarify what areas that need to be clarified. The second risk is poor resource management. The owner for this risk is myself, Noor Nabilah, as finance manager. To manage this risk, I will properly manage the resource in good arranging and defining the project according to the project plan and schedule. The third risk is the teacher may not be fully responsive to the training, and the owner of this risk is Sharifah Amiza, our IT support manager. To manage this risk, she will create a team in a minimum number by allocating the slow learner in each team so we can maximize the training benefit. The fourth risk is delays in final reports and presentation. This risk is assigned to Fatin or Azzirah as our planning manager by managing the risk with arranging the meeting with the project team member to inspect the tasks that have been assigned to each member. Then, she will make sure each member does their job with the given allocated time. The last risk is project failure. This risk is assigned to Hamdan, who acts as our project manager. To manage this project, Hamdan will review all the project documentations and evaluate each of the project team members' works following the allocated schedule.
In this project, we use the direct cutover strategies to develop our client current system. Direct cutover conversion strategies is the implementation of a new system and immediate termination of an old system. We use this strategy because it can save more cost because it's cheaper. Second, it can save more time because we just direct change the system. And lastly, it less risk.
This is the checklist of the project that the project team members will be used to ensure that the project has been closed properly. There are 25 questions in this checklist, which is there are yes and no for the status. For example, is completed, in progress, or incompleted, and the comments that are relevant to the question. Last but not least is the evaluation of measurable organizational value (MOV). There are many factors to keep track towards the end of the project, such as scope, schedule, budget, quality, customer satisfaction, and performance of the business case to evaluate the MOV of the project. First is scope. The importance of project scope is to keep the project on track as the project team members remain focused on the task. The project scope helps in achieving the project objectives and goals. Next is schedule. Throughout the project development, schedule assisted in ensuring that all the deadlines are met within the duration of 6 months with desired result. The project successfully completed 21 days earlier compared to the original project plan due to 10% reduction of client's requirement in the project schedule. Next is budget. The project's cost should be within the specified budget. This is to ensure that the budget do not exceed and to avoid unnecessary expenditures. Based on the client needs, the project budget needs to be reduced by 20%. The client needs were achieved as the budget were reduced from 21,800 to RM 16,880. Furthermore, the quality of the project. The quality of the project is also important to optimize the client's gains, even if there are any changes within the project timeline. Based on this project, teachers receive appropriate ways of learning the Google application, explore varieties of teaching and learning applications, as well as gain new knowledge of the technology application. For the customer satisfaction is the most important factor in the success of this project. By producing valuable contents, customer satisfaction led to the increase of organization's reputation with the presence of social media. It helped in achieving customer expectations and developing a friendly education learning through this project. Other than that, the performance of Google Training IT project to business case is also a crucial aspect in project evaluation. We need multiple projects that are most likely similar to this project to prove the problems faced by the teachers are solved. As a result, the organization's reputation and sales increases.